Malum, do me a quick press to release to the country. Tonight we can circulate to social media and and to police and defense force. To the public, police is now going to be out in full force as a result of the one or two soldiers coming out in an uncalled for and illegal roadblocks that is happening in at Marape barracks. I call at the strongest that all soldiers are to return to the barracks, to the post of duties. And from reliable information, it is not all soldiers. Taroma is in intake, and all the other command posts are intake. But a few, especially those who feel that they've been victimized as a result of internal discipline process. I've placed a call to the defense commander tonight that investigation process is stayed until the bigger holistic investigation that cabinet has sanctioned, to be led by Chief Secretary and State Solicitor and independent a three-man team, high-level three-man team from outside of Marape barracks to go in and look into this in totality. So I've asked Marape barracks and defense to, as a defense minister, as Prime Minister, defense minister, I've asked Marape barracks to stay the internal process until we have completely completed the holistic investigation. And I have given a show-cause notice to the commander as well as to the defense secretary. The defense minister has stepped aside or stepped down. And so this is a work that is happening. So I call on all the soldiers up there. You, by nature, are supposed to be disciplined, and I will not tolerate ill discipline. I'm trying to build a defense force and also police force to be disciplined, to work in country as well as work with Australian Defence Force and other defence force in the region. So I call upon at the strongest that those who are out there, you will be numbered, you will be identified, and you might be disciplined, including dismissed. Don't engage in mutinious and seditious and ill-disciplined activities. I'm using strong words here, but such time deserves strong words. And I will not hesitate to go to the bottom of this one. Right now, for the internal process that is running in Marape barracks, all of you are innocent, and I commend those who have been who were exposed illegal practice at Marape barracks, and those are commendable. So I've asked the commander to freeze any internal investigation until my investigation from cabinet is complete. So I call on all soldiers who are out there protesting. I've been reliably informed that few of you are intoxicated. The PNG Defence Force I want to build for this country will have no place for ill-disciplined officers. So it is in your interest that you abandon these protests, report to your sectional commander and also your overall commander in your respective units and barracks, and go back and be in an ordered living tonight and tomorrow. And the full external investigation is going. We've asked for Defence Force Commander to freeze all other investigations until the cabinet sanctioned investigation is complete. So the 4 soldiers, apparently 4 or 5 soldiers, 3 of the soldiers who known as whistleblowers, we thank you for the good job you're doing, but what has happened? Your misdemeanor in reporting, at this stage, I classify them as misdemeanor in terms of the recording that you've made. But the discipline part that has been taken will be stayed until the holistic investigation is looked at into the entire recruitment saga. So tonight I call upon, what's tonight? It's a little after 20 past 10, 22 past 10 o'clock tonight. I'm making this call out to all soldiers at Marape Barracks. Stop what you are doing. Go into your living quarters. Remove the roadblocks. A major investigation will look into the conduct of recruitment. I have given 7-day right to behead reply to the commander and the defense secretary as members of Defense Council. And Minister Billy has stepped aside. And so this process that is running, as I said earlier in my press, I am working to build PNG Defense Force to be combat ready 5-10 years time. PNG Defense Force must be combat ready and not the current defense force that we have with ill discipline permeates, nepotism permeates. And we want to build our defense force to something that we will be proud of. The defense force that was under Ted Diro in 1981, those are the days we dream for PNG Defense Force. A defense force that was serving right up in the early formative years of our country. So I appeal to young men and women who've joined our PNG Defense Force. This is a force that the country takes pride in. And not a force where you could go and loot and burn cars and stop outside. I don't want January 10, 2024 to be repeated. So go into your barracks, report to your commanding officers that, and if you've been out on the road today, I apologize. And the investigation that I'm setting up has 2 weeks time frame to it. So they'll be running their work. In fact, they've started their work already. They know exactly what has happened at Marape Barracks. So, and they also know which of you are out there already on the streets. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to be a defense force soldier. So I'll call upon all of you who are currently privileged to serve in PNG Defense Force. Maintain discipline. Those of you who are innocent have nothing to worry about. Even if you have been asked to explain something by the commander, if you're innocent, you have totally nothing to worry about because the overall investigation that Cabinet has set up will look into all of this, including your work. And if you're innocent, if you're a genuine whistleblower, you are protected outright, as I say in this press tonight. All right, thank you. Please get me this press out. I'm sure the Defense Force Commander and our Police Commissioner also doing the equivalent presses. But in this time of so much uncertainty, when we're dealing with the fuel price rises, and we're dealing with a disaster in Millen Bay and other parts of our country where I'm due to visit tomorrow on Thursday, we cannot afford to have our PNG Defense Force being restless. And the issues that has happened, I think at this point in time, those who've been recruited have been stayed. We've asked them for freezing of the work in Goldie as we go through this review right now, because the quality of recruit determines quality of our defense force. And I am very much aware of this, and we're getting to work, so I will leave no stones unturned. Please get me a press out, and if need be, this can be circulated to right throughout the country so that everyone knows exactly what is at play, what is at stake. Good night now. Please get the press out.